of the week, which is gonna be me recording myself eating. Okay, and that's what the vlog is gonna be today, man. It's gonna be me eating this bowl of oatmeal. This is probably gonna be a long video because I'm gonna make it as easy as I can for myself today and today only. So I'm gonna look up bodybuilding questions. And we're gonna do a Q&A while I eat, okay? Let's see, let's go. First question up is, how do I get abs? Which seems pretty accurate to ask, especially considering that, look, this is where my abs are looking like 1 week out from my competition. That's not the type of abs I was expecting to see myself having, especially 1 week out from competition, this low of a weight. And it basically just comes down to, I believe, muscle maturity. Because I think I am lacking on my abs. Like, I always, like, abs are a muscle, so subconsciously I don't train them as hard. Because when I was first trying to lose the weight, I guess I was too caught up in wanting abs. And yet again, I was too focused on losing weight, and I wasn't focused on building muscle. And even now, it's still the same thing. It's like, wow, I'm need to lose more weight for them to be even more visible, which is something I wasn't expecting. Okay, let me take a bite of this oatmeal. Let me take another bite. ASMR. Yo, this oatmeal busting, bro. We also got finished about 4 of these glasses today. Probably more, actually. I don't know how many it's gonna take to fill up with my gallon, but they already have like some oatmeal on this side. How do I get abs? Answer to that question was, have enough muscle while trying to lose body fat. How many meals per day? Okay, so my nutrition was basically everything, if you're watching this, everything gets revealed right here. So my nutrition was I basically programmed myself, both my nutrition and my training. I had a friend help me with the nutrition, and essentially he did help me with food choices and food sources, but I basically did my own macros and did my own adjustments based on the rate of fat loss. Okay, but the one thing that did help was increasing my meals from, like, I used to do 2 or 3 meals per day to about 4 or 5. And when I really mean 4 or 5, I mean breaking up my protein into 5 intakes per day. And it kind of just helped regulate my hunger too, because it wasn't too bad up until the point where I started to cut carbs out. And that's when I feel like I really needed to implement the most amount of meals in my day so I could keep myself fuller faster. Keep myself not so worried about the food, not fuller or faster. Wrong verbiage. What are the best bodybuilding food? I can tell you right now, the one food choice that really did it for me was the tilapia. Once I went over from eating like lean chicken, lean steak, or lean cuts of meat to tilapia, and only tilapia and like egg whites, the plateau I had hit, bro. I shot right through it, bro. That was the one food source I switched that really helped me out. which are the different types of whey protein. Okay, so you have casein, a whey protein, and an isolate, right? So basically, a casein is a slow digesting. The whey is basically not slow digesting, not fast digesting. It's just right in the middle, bro. You take it, your body's gonna digest it the way it would normally digest protein. And you have isolate protein, right? And I guess that's the lower carb version. I guess you would digest it faster because it has no carbs, right? But imagine that it is all the same, and as long as you are taking it, you're getting an adequate amount of protein up, right? But the bodybuilding is more so about meal timing and meal frequency. You know, that way your digestive system is all good. How many sets and reps should I do for each exercise? Okay, woo! Let's talk about the training, because the nutrition was the hardest part, but the training was the easiest part, bro, in terms of the weights. But how many sets and reps should I do for each exercise? So I did not follow the volume rule, right, where it should be about 20 sets per muscle. And I'm paraphrasing all this. Like, it's early in the morning, 1 week out, so I didn't follow the volume rule, right? Because there is a certain amount of volume that's required for each muscle for you to adequately grow muscle, right? I didn't follow that. What I did follow was my intensity. So I basically dropped my total training days to, this is around 4 or 5 weeks out. Actually, I'm not gonna explain that, but basically how many sets and reps should I do for each exercise? Progressively overloading is still going to be the most important part of your exercise, right? So as long as you progressive overload week to week, then I guess you can get away without as much volume or as not as much sets. But basically, intensity. How many sets or reps should I do for each exercise? I'm gonna answer this in the weirdest way possible, but don't focus on the how many reps or sets. Focus on intensity and actually feeling and getting that stretch and squeeze of the muscle. In around 3 to 4 sets, each reps, it really, you could get the same intensity with 8 reps or 20 reps. It's just you need to know how to properly activate and get that mind muscle connection with the muscle. Okay. How long should I rest between sets? This right here was probably the hardest part, because I used to give myself 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes. I wouldn't accurately measure my rest, right? Now I do about a 45 to a minute 30 seconds. Okay, that's just because you want to be moving quick. Okay, you want to be moving quick and let your muscle recover just enough for you to keep beating that shit up. I've been working out regularly. I am getting stronger, but not bigger. Why? Remember, strength training and hypertrophy training, so building muscle, are two different types of training, right? You can train for strength and obviously you will build muscle, but you're going to build more muscle if you are specifically training to build muscle, if that makes sense. So I've been working out regularly. I am getting stronger but not bigger. Why? You probably need to switch your programming up, bro. If you want to see more muscle and the strength is there, then cut your weight just like instead of going 100% of what you think you can do, go to 70%, do more reps, and increase that across the board on all your lifts, bro. For like a 8-week block, and you'll start seeing more muscle definition, more muscle building. Maybe your strength won't increase like crazy, but you'll definitely start to see more muscle. Heavy weights or lightweight for bigger muscles? Both. You need to progressively overload, and you could do that by increasing the demand that your body uses, right? So you could do that with a heavier load or a lighter load. It just comes down to the intensity. Should I do cardio before or after lifting? After lifting. Should I train to failure? Yes, you should train to failure. Not on all your sets, but at some point you should start to feel the work being worked, and it should not be easy. Is overtraining real? Overtraining is real, yeah. I think it's more so about the mindset, more so than the exercise, right? Because if you're eating and giving yourself the adequate amount of nutrients that your body needs to recover, then the overtraining, you could basically get away with it, but your mindset eventually will catch up to you, and every day in the gym, every day going hard, it's going to tire you out. And remember, it's about longevity, not just the short term. Is drinking beer okay, and how much should I drink? I personally used to say, I personally still say, not used to, it's all in moderation. I didn't drink at all for this cut because it just didn't serve my purpose. It didn't do anything for me. But yeah, you can still drink, man. Like, drinking a beer or 2 beers is better than binge drinking on the weekends. I'll tell you guys that right now. What are the best bodybuilding supplements? I use creatine. I have the creatine picture under the question. I use CLA and L-carnitine, bro. CLA and L-carnitine, bro, are the most fired natural supplements you can get to cut. And yeah, I would say that protein, get your protein in, man. Also, I wish somebody would have asked, or I wish there'd be a question. I wish somebody would say like the anabolic drugs that are on this. Oh yeah, fish oil. I do take a fish oil as well. Omega 3s. Alright, I'm gonna cut it off here, finish the oatmeal, and then I need to go get my workout for the day. Shit buzz. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this little mukbang of me eating oatmeal, answering some bodybuilding questions. That's the video. I don't know how many people actually stayed and watched, but if you did, thank you. Go ahead and comment below any other questions you have, okay? And I'll try and answer them more specifically, more sciencey in the future today. I just did what I did, had this video idea off rip, and I went for it, okay?